So, but Holmesburg. So, have you ever been to Holmesburg?
Yes, I was at Holmesburg.
They said Holmesburg was rough back in the day. It was like
Holmesburg was like a baby penitentiary.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a rough spot. My dad and all of them was going to. I still remember my grandmother and them used to take me up there to see my dad. My dad was there. That joint was a straight penitentiary.
Mm-hmm. I remember my uncle was there. I went there with my grandma to go visit my uncle. This was probably like 85. No, I'm sorry. About 86, 87, somewhere around there. Yeah, I remember I was a kid going there. Now, back then, right, at the time, you said y'all was doing these shootings. Describe the city of Philadelphia for us at the time. Was it as rough as it is now, or what? Describe Philly for me at that time.
Back then, back then was basically like the end of the gang war era. However, everybody was basically trying to get money. Like if you was either selling drugs or you was doing robberies.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I mean, you had a few dudes out there that was working, but I had a summer job like everybody else. You came up, you got a summer job, but that wasn't making no money. Minimum wage back then, what, $5, $4.50 an hour or something like that. So dudes weren't working those summer jobs. Dudes like I still remember my first hustle when I was a kid. We was packing bags, shining shoes, carrying people bags from the supermarket to the car. That was your hustle back then. You had a paper route. I still remember I had a paper route. I used to work for the Bulletin. We used to take the newspapers, roll the papers up, put the rubber bands around them, throw them on people's porch. That was your hustle back then when you was coming up. Then after a while, you wanted more money.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We used to go downtown, watch the dudes do the 3-car mile and rob them.
Yeah.
We'd be on the bus, snatch people. Remember we used to get the trans passes. The trans passes, everybody, you work the Trizzy. We go downtown 8 deep. You pass the
One whole trans pass got 8 people on it.
Yeah, 8 people on it. You know what I mean? You working the passes, passing it down, or passing it through the bus window. The bus windows used to open back then. I mean, it wasn't like how these double buses is now. It was one single bus. You open the joint, you open the bus window, or open the back door. Everybody get on the back door.
Wow. Now you, so that was your first bid. You said for the 7 months of Graterford, right?
Right. I did like 8 months down detention center before I took my guilty plea, and then they sent me upstate. Describe
for us, if you can, Graterford at that time. Because a lot of people say they get there and they talk about that wall. How was it for you getting there and seeing Graterford for the first time?
I was like stunned. Like when we pulled up to Graterford, you pull up in back then you was pulling up in the back. Wasn't no front entrance back then. You came in through the back. When you come in, as soon as you come in, first thing they ask you, where you want to send your body at? That's the first thing they ask you. You like,
where my body going?
What you mean where I want to send my body at? Like, yeah, we want to know if anything happened to you, where you want to send your body at. I'm like, you be like confused, like, what you mean where I want to send my body at? I'm here. Or anything might happen. They explain to you, anything might happen to you, you might get killed. Then they take you through the process, you get fingerprinted, strip search, they take your picture. I mean, you know how we walk around today with our
ID card?
No, we walk around with our driver's license in our pocket.
Yeah.
Your driver's license in jail is your ID. That's how you get commissary and everything.
What, your street ID?
No, your jail ID.
Your jail ID,
they
okay.
give you ID. It's just like your driver's license. That's your driver's license in jail. Like in the feds. In the feds, you got an ID. That's your ID. You got use your ID to go everywhere you got to go. The commissary, everything. You ain't got your ID, you can't get
visits
nothing.
and all.
Visits and everything. You
everywhere
ain't got your
you
ID.
go, you need your ID.
You need your ID everywhere.
Wow.
Programs, you go to the program, you got to have your ID. They got to take everything off your ID, your name and your number, and they write it on the paper. And if it don't match, you can't get in.
Wow. So you get there, you see that wall. The wall at that time, was there, you was like, no turning back. Now, what was your thought? Like wow. Like, what was you thinking?
I made it to the penitentiary. I felt bad because I had a promising amateur boxing career. I was thinking about going to the Olympics. I was like, man, I just won. And everybody, you know, I knew everybody at Graterford, you know, from all over. As soon as I got on E Block on quarantine, it wasn't on new side then when I went to Graterford, it was just the old side. And I went, I seen everybody, dudes I ain't seen since I was up Cornwall Heights, Glen Mills, dudes that wound up getting life sentences a bunch of time. And I was like, damn, like this where you been at? Yeah, man, I got life. I got 55 of this. Then I was scared to even tell the nigga how much time I had. Nigga, how much time you got? I'm ready to lie, like, damn, I got 2 to 5 or something. I'm like, man, I pulled my man to this, like, man, don't be telling nobody how much time you got. These niggas be trying to set you back. You know what I
But
mean?
Jeff, can you explain to the audience, right? Because I was saying something like of that nature, right? But I want you to explain in more detail of why do one have to do that? Coming in with short time around these men with life and 30, 40 years, why would one want to not reveal the time that he got?
Because there's a lot of dudes that's in there bitter, man. They don't got nothing to lose. And then it's like you teasing them. You know what I mean? It's like a pit bull. You got a pit bull. The pit bull hungry. You over there eating a steak in his face, and he ain't ate in 3 days. He's sitting there, he growling, and you just eat right in his face. You ain't offer him nothing. You ain't say, you ain't pull the fat off it and throw it over there. You know what I mean? The slim down his hunger or nothing. Like, it's like you teasing a person. And there's dudes that been in Graterford. When I got there, it was in there 20 years before I even got there, before I was even born.
This is home.
You know what I'm saying? And this is their home. That's where you going. Because you got to remember, back then, life was life. Back then in Graterford, like if you had a life sentence, that means the only way you was getting out of there back then, you was gonna leave in the body bag.
Wow.
Like I knew it was an old head dude there named Cherokee at Graterford. This dude was old as dirt back then. He used to go around and collect stamps from off the letters. Like how they doing the fads.
Take the stamp off the letter.
He used to take the stamps off. He put his daughter through college with those stamps. I don't know what the routine was back then. This was in the 80s. He was taking he used to go around anytime you get married. This was money orders was still in existence. And man, this dude, man, he would go to every block, A, B, C, D, and E block. It was 5 blocks on the old side. And I think he was on A block. He used to go around and collect the stamps and put his daughter through college with the stamps.
Wow. Just taking stamps off of
envelopes.
Wow.
He said, dig through the trash, get like, yo, you throwing that away? Let me get that. You know what I mean? Just take the stamps off the joint, man. And I don't know how he was cashing them in, but he was cashing them joints in. He put his daughter through college with them stamps.
So your first bid, right? So this is your first bid.
Right.
When you got there, when you got to Graterford, what was the most like the thing that said, I'm here now? Like you walk like an incident, something that you saw that made you like, wow, this is what goes on here?
My first incident I seen, I was down, I think we was in the auditorium. 2 guys got into a little, like, it's a bathroom in the auditorium. The auditorium is where they play the movies at. So we was down in the auditorium. You know, we used to go down there every Friday when they have a movie. So dudes went in the bathroom. They got into a little scuffle. Dudes watched the door. You know, it wasn't no big thing. So they broke the fight up. You know, they came out, shook hands or whatever. So one of the boys was from West Philly. He's fighting a boy from North Philly. So the boy, after they got finished fighting, one of the boys from West Philly, one of his homies came in down to the gym. He's like, man, what's going on? Oh, man, they just got finished rumbling. The boy like, it's cool. You know, his man, the boy was fighting, was like, it's cool. He telling his man, it's cool. So the boy that came in, he like, man, what you mean it's cool, man? Nigga ain't cool. So he trying to chill his man out. And that boy pulled a dagger out, hit that nigga right in his neck, man, right there. And his man beat the boy up. But it was a fair one.
It was a one-on-one.
A one-on-one jump. So I was like, damn, I'm standing there watching. Boy bleeding out his mouth, man. Like everybody like scrambled. I'm like, damn. I'm like, just took a nigga life just like that, man. Hit that nigga right in his neck.
He died?
He died right there on the spot.
Mm.
I was like, wow, man. I still remember, because I was still on quarantine. See, back then you had to stay on quarantine for 90 days, and then you go to population.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember I went to Graterford September of 1987. Still remember. And that happened. I was in blues. Somebody snuck me some browns over so I can go out in population. That's what they should do. Like quarantine, you can't come off the block. Dudes used to get called off the block to go over to the hospital. And you sneak dudes to Browns so you can roll over on other blocks. I go over to my homie block and stay in his cell. We watch TV. That's when Prism and all that was out. It's the old cable box.
Old cable.
You know what I mean? So we used to sit over there, man. We went snuck. They got me out. I snuck over there to the movies with them, and the boy got hit. And they got me back to the block. I put my blues back on, and they locked the jail down. We was locked down for like 2 weeks. And dudes came to my cell like, damn, Chuck, what happened? I'm like, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But I was like, damn, I'm standing right there when the boy got hit. Like, damn, this is what go down in jail.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what goes down, and it's real.